Hello, friends. Welcome back to English Classes Online. My name is Benjamin. Today's video is on how to answer grammar questions in Basic Education Certificate Examination English. Now we are continuing with our Junior School Certificate Examination, also known as Basic Education Certificate English Preparatory Lessons. Now, this lesson is aimed at helping those in the junior school to prepare adequately for their external English exams. If you are new to this channel, kindly subscribe to the channel by clicking on the subscribe button below. Click on the bell icon as well, so that whenever a new video is uploaded on the channel, you will be notified instantly. Let's dive into the lesson right away. You can see the objective questions at a glance, but today we are not dealing with the objective questions. We are now going to the theory aspect. So our focus today will be on Lagos State Basic Education Certificate Examination of 2019 English Studies Theory. Specifically, section B, which is grammar. So we are going to look at questions on grammar, and the instruction is as follows. Let's look at the instruction. All right. Write and underline the correct verb in each of the following sentences. All right, so we are going to look at this. I advise you to have your past questions compilation guide and then be on the same page with me as I explain the grammatical principles, underlining the answer to each question. It is really not just picking the option that matters, but why are you picking the option? So we are going to look at the grammatical principles. I'll be explaining different grammatical rules and principles that will always help you to pick the correct answer in any English exam. And I want you to understand that English is a living subject and is really not restricted to a particular level of education. English is relevant. The same grammatical principles can be applied at the junior school level, at the senior secondary school level, even at the tertiary education level. So it's important for you to pay attention and understand the various grammatical principles. Now, having said this, let's now take question 1. All right. Question number 1. One of the thieves have, so we look at the two options in brackets, have or has been arrested. Now, this has to do with the rule of concord. I want to show you this. The rule of concord here has to do with one of. Whenever you have one of, what follows will always be a plural noun. And but the important thing you need to note is that what is the real subject is singular, and that is one of. So that one is one out of many thieves. There could be 2, 3, or more thieves, but the subject, the person being talked about, is one of them, not all of them. And because it is one, then that has to take the singular verb, because the rule of Concord states that a singular verb, a singular subject requires a singular verb, and a plural subject requires a plural verb. All right, so that is the rule here. Let me show you one of the rules. So you can see it here. All right, this is the rule here, rule number 10. One of plus a plural noun must take a singular verb. For example, one of the students was punished for lying to the teacher. One of the new lecturers is a professor. So you can understand wherever you have one of, you are referring to one, so it's singular, not plural. Okay, so we now look at question number 2. Neither my father nor I am or is to blame. So here we are looking at the law of proximity. All right? Neither my father nor I. So the law of proximity has to do with the particular subject that is closer to the verb. Proximity means nearness. So the rule is that the particular subject that is closer to the verb determines the verb to be chosen. And you cannot say I is. No. You can only say I am. So neither my father nor I am to blame. All right. So in the same way, where you have when you have neither this nor this. Now, if you have a plural subject coming before the verb, then the verb must be plural. So you can see that is exactly the way it works. Let me see if I can show you the rule of Concord that has to do with neither or either. So you can see it here. That's rule number 6. When a compound subject is connected with correlatives, the singular verb is used. Either and neither are correlatives, all right? They are correlative conjunctions. So now either Anna or Elizabeth cooks the family supper. Either Anna or Elizabeth cooks the family supper. So neither John nor Jack has arrived. This has to do with where you have, a compound subject and you have two singular subjects. But in a situation where you have one singular subject and another plural subject, so of course, you apply the law of proximity. For instance, if you say either Anna or her parents, you put S, or either Anna or her sisters cook the family supper. So if you have a plural here and not a singular subject like Elizabeth, then the verb will also change because of the law of proximity. Okay, so let's get back to question number 3. The parents with their children dash here. So here, when you have, a subject, and then you have the expression with, all right? So the actual subject is the one that comes first. The parents with. So what this means is that the actual subject we are looking at is the parents. it is the parents we are talking about. With here means it's like a kind of afterthought. In other words, the parents are here. By the way, the children are with them. So you look at how it works. The very people we are talking about are the parents. So that determines the choice of the verb. Parents, plural subject. So the plural verb are the parents are here. By the way, their children are with them. So that's the logical interpretation. So when you have the parents with their children are here, even if what we have here is their child, the parents with their child, all right, we are zeroing in on the parents, all right? Okay, so question number 4, my good friend and classmate dash traveled. Now, ordinarily, if you have two subjects joined by the coordinating conjunction and, then of course, that will take a plural verb. But here, we have a situation where my good friend is also my classmate. So this is referring to one person, my good friend and classmate. Now, how do we know? Because there is no modifier before classmates. If we say my good friend and my classmate, it's possible that my good friend may be a different person, my classmate a different person. But here, we are talking of my good friend who is also my classmate. And so it's one person. And that is why the verb here is has. My good friend and classmate has traveled. Well, let me show you the grammatical principle. All right. Look at the one we earlier treated. The man, okay. Look at the one, this accompaniment here. All right. Accompaniment concord, a singular subject followed by such words as with, together with, as well as, or accompanied by, in conjunction with, and so on and so forth, takes a singular verb. The principal as well as his staff is in the hall. All right, so it's just logical. The principal is in the hall. By the way, his staff are there as well. Okay, so that is an afterthought, as well as his staff is an afterthought. But the real subject is the principal. Then Jane, together with her sisters, is here. Again, you see, Jane is here. By the way, her sisters are here together with her. All right, so as an afterthought. Now let's look at a situation where you have what looks like two subjects, but they refer to one person. Look at the president and commander-in-chief of the armed forces is already at the Eagle Square. The president is also the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. So we are not talking about two persons, we are referring to one person. And that makes it a singular subject, even though in structure it seems to be a compound subject. Then look at another example. My Redeemer and Comforter is the Lord. My Redeemer is also my Comforter and is no other than the Lord. So that takes a singular verb is. So this is the way it works, all right? Okay, so let's go back to our questions. I hope you are mastering the grammatical principles that underline each choice of option here. Question number 5. Either the teacher or the students, all right? Either the teacher or the students. So here you see that the law of proximity is what applies here. The teacher is singular, students is plural. But then there is option. You know, it is either the teacher was there or the students were there. But then either the teacher or the students, because the students is the subject that is closer to the verb, so that controls or determines the verb. And so this should be plural because students is plural. Either the teacher or the students were there. In other words, we are just trying to leave certain things implied. We can say either the teacher was there or the students were there. So you can see either the teacher was there or the students were there, but then we omit the verb that should apply to the teacher, and then it is implied. So either the teacher or the students were there. Okay, so that's the way it works. Question number 6. Kunle, Femi, and I dash to attend the program. You see, this is really a plural subject. It's a compound subject made up of 3 persons. And because of the use of and, it means that, excuse me, you are referring to 3 persons, not 1. And that's why it must take a plural verb. Take note that whenever you have a plural subject, you must have a plural verb. That is a rule of Concord. All right? Now, question number 7. Question number 7. Channels television in collaboration with multimedia, all right, present or presents the show. So again, here we are looking at the accompaniment concord. The actual meaning is this: Channels television presents the show in collaboration with multimedia. All right, Channels television presents the show in collaboration with. So even if we have put this together, it still means the same thing. Channels television in collaboration with multimedia presents, because we are looking at one singular subject, and that is Channels television presenting the show in collaboration with. All right. So in collaboration with, that is like an afterthought. It's an addition. All right. And this can mean Channels television presents the show. By the way, they are presenting in collaboration with multimedia. All right. Question number 8. It is high time we dash for the venue. Now, anytime you have it is high time or it is time, what follows must be the past tense of the verb. So it is high time we left for the venue. Now, whenever you hear people say it is high time we leave for the venue, is out of ignorance of this grammatical rule. When you say it is high time, what follows must be a past tense of the verb. So take note of this. It is high time we left for the venue. Question number 9. If I was or were you, I would have done it. Anytime you see if, what follows must be were. If I were you is actually a hypothetical clause, all right? Is a hypothetical clause. Is a conditional clause, which is unreal and impossible. Is a conditional clause that expresses an impossible idea, because it's not possible for me to become you. If I were you, it's not possible. I cannot be you at any time. If I were you, I would have done it. So it's an impossible situation because the situation is unreal and it's impossible. One, I couldn't have been you, and again, I have not done it. I didn't do it. All right. So this is a conditional clause, and this kind of conditional clause is used when we are expressing an imaginary idea, or we are reporting a hypothetical situation, something that is imagined, that is unreal, but imagined, is a figment of the imagination. All right. So question number 10, all the invited guests, but the special guest was or were at the party. Again, you can see that you have to look at this critically, and then you identify the real subject here. Who are we really talking about? The subject refers to the person or thing being talked about. So you ask yourself, who are we really talking about here? Is it the special guest or is it all the invited guests? We're actually talking about all the invited guests. So the meaning is this: all the invited guests were at the party, but the special guest was not at the party. All the invited guests, but the special guests were at the party. So you might be confused because we have always talked about the law of proximity, and this is singular and it's closer to the verb. It doesn't work like that all the time. You have to examine the meaning. What is the actual meaning of this construction? And then when you examine the meaning, all the invited guests, but the special guest, which means the special guest wasn't there, but all the guests were there. But who are we really talking about? Those who were there at the party are the people we are talking about. The other one is but, so we are not so much concerned with them. The special guest was not there. And we are not talking about those who were not there. We are talking about those who were there. All the invited guests were at the party, but the special guest was not there. So taken together, it reads, all the invited guests, but the special guests were at the party. So the actual correct option is where. So this is where we are going to draw the curtain on today's lesson. I hope you have learned the various grammatical principles that we discussed in the course of this lesson. I hope you enjoyed today's class. If you did, like this video and share it with your friends and relations. If you are new to the channel or you have not subscribed yet to the channel, this is the appropriate time to hit the subscribe button and make sure you are formally subscribed to this channel. This is a language teaching channel. It's an educational channel committed to giving you quality education, precisely the teaching of the English language. It is on this channel that English learning is made easy. So if you have not subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel and make sure you click on the bell icon as well, so that whenever a new video goes live on this channel, you will be instantly notified. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please leave them at the comment section below. You can suggest a topic that you find problematic, and you can be sure that we will respond by actually delivering a lesson on it and uploading it on this channel. There are so many videos I have uploaded on this channel in direct response to suggestions and requests made by our highly esteemed subscribers and viewers. I want to say a big thank you to all of you for being part of today's episode. I look forward to seeing you in the next class. Bye-bye for now and remain blessed. Many thanks for watching today's video. A big thank you to all of you out there for being part of today's episode. I hope
hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, kindly subscribe to this channel. Subscribe now as a way of giving us support. For notification about new videos, click on the bell icon. You will find the bell icon. Click on it so that whenever a new video is uploaded, you will be instantly notified. If you have actually enjoyed the video, like and share the video with your friends and relatives. This is very important. If you have any comments, leave your comments below. Any questions, any suggestions, we would gladly receive them and respond promptly and positively to them. See you in the next video. I look forward to always seeing you in the new video.